blow my nose too much, but if I do, I might mute myself for a minute or two.
Okay, it's all good. We'll just have the awkward silence to air it all out, and we'll be good after that.
Should be good though. My sinuses feel clear.
All right. I feel you. I feel you. Anyways, yeah, let me go ahead. I'll bring out the pop-up chat here and everything. Anybody who's listening to this, after it's video on demand and all that. Sorry if it's slightly awkward here, all that fun stuff. We're just getting all set up and everything dialed in. Anyways, I guess we can go ahead and start here. Hey, so what's going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario, and who the hell do I have with me here?
I am Tanner or TannSquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can hear myself on your end.
Oh, you can?
I'm getting some echo now.
Oh, okay. Let me just so we don't have that in the recording and all that, let me at least put on some headphones and I think we'll be good. Yeah. All right, no more echo.
Sounds good to me, I think.
All right, awesome. Anyways, hey, so hope everyone's doing well, all that fun stuff. Pretty much we're doing this because kind of at the last minute, I wanted to see this. I was going to go to sleep early, honestly. I was really going to go to sleep early because I wanted to get sleep, and I have not had the best day. But I decided to check this out here and everything, and I invited Tanner. We were in a Discord chat at the time, and I thought it would work out as well, too, because it's like, you all know I'm pretty, I guess I'm neutral on the systems and all. I respect Nintendo. I do enjoy their stuff, but Tanner, you're not much of a Nintendo person, are you?
I mean, I just don't really have any other stuff because, like, anytime I want to play games with people, it's like Xbox or PC. It's pretty much been the main thing, so... I mean, I do like Nintendo stuff. I just never buy it because I'm like, well, it's not really any point for me to buy it. It's like
Right.
1 or 2 games I want to play, and it's like kind of a big investment for 1 or 2 games.
Right. Now, I mean, right off the rip here, because I know you've seen the reveal trailer that was released, a few months ago, then you saw this with me, but you as a person who just does not buy Nintendo systems just because you don't really have much of a reason most of the time, would this convince you to get one?
Honestly, there's a few games on there I was like, this looks pretty cool. Like, I don't think I'd get it day 1 or anything, but I'd probably think about it seriously. Like, it does look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I personally thought like there were things they did right on here. So first off, it is coming out. It's actually coming out earlier than I thought. It's coming out March 3rd worldwide. It's going to be $300 and it's going to be about the same thing in Japan, just in yen. But Tanner called this out. They pretty much screwed over Europe because if you are in Europe, they said check with your retailer.
Which pretty much means it's going to be way more expensive.
Yeah, so it'll probably be 300 pounds over there.
Which, I mean, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, the other things I was liking about this are kind of just going off a bit of the services here and things that they did. They said they're not going to do region locking, which like I screamed about that. Like I fucking hate region locking, and that's something that they need to get rid of because even now at this point, Nintendo systems are the only systems that still have region locking on them.
Yeah, like now you can play all those sweet import games and stuff that aren't released over here, which is
exactly
like
without having
PS4.
Without having to rip open your system or modify it or anything in any way. I mean, as I said, the PlayStation, Xbox systems are region free at this point. I mean, the 360. I mean, it depended on the games what it was coded to. But point is, even now, like Xbox One, PS4, the region free. The Wii U and even the what is it? The 3DS are region locked.
Yeah, like, and I mean, there's actually some pretty sweet games on 3DS that are like only for Japan. So it's like now hopefully I'll be able to play my waifu simulators.
Oh, perfect. there was one that you were saying that about Xenoblade, weren't you?
It does look super anime. I was like, man, I've never played
It
Xenoblade, but that looks pretty hype.
It is. I think you'd probably enjoy it.
I probably would.
Yeah. No, honestly, so they said the game's battery, like they said, depending on the game, you get anywhere from 2.5 to 6.5 hours out of the battery, just like on the Switch, which like that could be good or bad depending on where it is. I'm assuming like Zelda, something like that would probably be more on the 2.5 hour side. The other thing I actually liked on this was they are using a standard. They're using USB Type C to hook up the system and charge it and everything, which I'm happy they didn't use a proprietary thing on it.
Yeah, they've pretty much gone proprietary for like anything else, and it's like just a huge hassle to use. Like, half their
Yeah.
stuff, and it's like even like GameCube controllers and stuff, people have to get like adapters for like the Wii U, and it's like just all this mess of dongles and shit.
Yeah, it's a bit silly. Although, I mean, you're probably gonna have to do the same thing if you want to use anything like that on here.
Oh, absolutely. You'll have to get the USB port thing if you want to play your Smash Bros or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, when it comes to the bad stuff, first off, they did say they're like, we're gonna have a free online service at first, and we're gonna pay for it later, and we're gonna have details of it later, but it will be paid just later on. So they're kind of easing people into that. Really don't like that, honestly. They're gonna be changing that up there. The capture button, I guess it's going to, they're saying that you can take screenshots and share things on social media. They were definitely sure to say it like that. And then I guess with videos, if you could share videos later, or they're going to do streaming, I have no idea. And they don't want to let go of the dream of Amiibo.
Yeah, although the thing about the video sharing is like, are they gonna like kind of tool their like whole YouTube thing, or is that like, how's that
To,
gonna work?
to anyone that doesn't know, on the YouTube front right now, the reason why a lot of people actually don't really cover this stuff is due to the fact that like cover Nintendo footage is due to the fact that, you know, a bunch of people on YouTube, they're going to want to monetize their videos. And then the other thing is, if you upload content from Nintendo, a lot of times they're going to copyright claim it unless you end up partnering with Nintendo directly and they take more revenue from it. So a lot of people don't do that. Even I admittedly am included in that. I really don't record anything off my Wii U because I just don't want to deal with that whole thing. And I don't want to, you know, go through Nintendo and do all that stuff. But something they did change, they openly said that this presentation and the next presentation, the Nintendo Treehouse one, they are openly allowing people to cross stream them. So even we could have done this.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe once it like comes out, they'll like kind of redo that, because I like anyone who monetizes their videos is like they just don't do Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, even the people who don't monetize videos, they get annoyed because they're just like, oh yeah, I'm not even trying to make money off this, and Nintendo claim my video. It's like a claim is a lot scarier than it sounds. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, like I've had a bunch of those, and it's like you really just have to repeal it, and then like a month later, it's like, yeah, you're all good, dude.
Yeah, something like that. The other thing is when it comes to controllers, so I have two things. First off, they look too small, in my opinion. The Joy-Con, just the individual Joy-Cons, even the Joy-Con controller itself. The Joy-Con Pro or the Switch Pro controller looks cool. Not so much the Joy-Cons. Maybe I'll have to try them and we'll see. Those little adapters that you could put on the tops of them, those look like they would make them a bit better. But the thing I don't really get, the HD Rumble thing being compared to ice cubes in a glass. Tanner, what the fuck was that?
I don't even know what like they're talking about. It's like, when would you ever want to feel ice cubes in a glass? What does that have to do with games at all? It's like, oh yeah, it's Pool Boy Simulator. Now you can deliver Cougars a nice glass of margarita or whatever.
I'm going to spend $300 on Nintendo Switch just so I can pretend to have a HD cup of glass. Man, a cup of ice. That's what I'm trying. Technically, the cup's made out of glass. You know,
I mean,
hey, I've had 4 hours of sleep.
You can feel it fill up with water.
You can.
I'm not really sure the whole like gaming like aspect of that, but I guess if it like has really good feedback for like stuff,
Yeah,
it's not drink related.
yeah. No, somebody here was saying it's haptic feedback, and it's like I'm sure that's it, but it's like no. Nintendo said it is HD Rumble. I've always wanted my Rumble to be HD.
The Rumble just, it feels more realistic now.
Yeah, of course, because you need that. When it came down to the games, I guess. Well, I don't know. Was there anything else you wanted to mention on the system, at least from your thoughts?
Like the games, honestly, I'm more excited about games that are already like out. Like they showed some like Street Fighter footage and other fighting game stuff, and like honestly, that seems like it'd be pretty cool. Just like take that shit on the go. And I mean, I'm sure there'll be like some Pokemon titles and other big stuff, but like, I mean, it's all stuff. It's like it's stuff you expect. It's Mario, it's Zelda, it's like mostly that stuff.
I will say the first thing that I thought they shot themselves in the foot with was Super Mario Odyssey. In my opinion, this looks fucking awesome. Like I was like, oh, I definitely really want to play this game. It's delayed to holiday 2017.
Yeah, like that. It's like I don't know what they're
It's
doing with
gonna be
that.
a killing holiday, but I'm like, fuck. Like, how are you? I don't know. It's just I don't know how I feel about releasing a Nintendo system, and when it comes out, there's no Mario game on it.
Well, you don't need Mario because there's
Yeah,
going to
because
be 1-2 Switch.
there's gonna be one two Switch, which I which I don't know why they're not going to I don't know why they're not going to just bundle this game in there, but I had said this, and honestly, whenever I do pick up, because to kind of answer this question, I do plan on getting it, but the only way I would get 1-2 Switch, like this is the ideal thing for me, right? Tanner, well, do you mind if I talk about your older brother?
Oh, go for it.
So his older brother is going to be getting married here later on this year, and I was invited to the wedding. Hopefully, I'm going to go, but whenever I do go, I kind of, if I have a Switch at the time, I do want to get 1-2 Switch and bring it just so we could all play it drunk because it would be so funny to watch and play.
Like that's like the wedding reception right there. Just Nintendo Switch, 1-2
Exactly.
Switch.
No, that looked ridiculous. That is, I guess for kids, I could see the appeal. For adults and well, for families, yeah, I guess you could enjoy it too. Seems like something that's going to collect dust after a few hours of play. But no, for kids, it looks like it'd be fun to mess around with, and for adults, it looks like a really fun drinking game. Admittedly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the whole like quick draw things. Like, oh, you got to take a shot. You lost.
Mhm.
That actually seems like it seems like it'd be a pretty fun party game. But it
It would
seems
be
like
very easy to use that as an engine for drinking games.
the novelty seems like it'd probably wear off pretty quick. Like the Wii Sports, it'd just be like, oh, okay, well, I've played everything. I'm kind of done now.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how do you feel about arms?
Honestly, like as much as you didn't seem too into it, it's like
Oh no, I was
it,
just kind of silent the whole time. I was like, what is this?
like the only problem I have with it is the fact that my hands are so huge. Like using a fucking like the little controllers they have would just be so cumbersome for me. But the game itself looks kind of fun, like
Mhm.
for a casual kind of play thing. But I don't think it'd ever be like, oh, this is gonna be a super competitive fighting game at Evo. Unless it
Yeah.
is, then like oh, that'll be something.
Yeah. Well, one of my friends said he wants arms for Evo 2017.
I mean, it'd be hilarious to watch. You get like the face cam footage. You got two guys on stage like fake punching each other.
Hmm.
I'd
That'd be
watch it.
funny. I'd watch it too, just for the entertainment. I mean, that'd be funny. There was Splatoon 2, which this admittedly that looked pretty good. Splatoon was pretty fun, and then Splatoon 2 that looks like a neat game so far.
I mean, I never played Splatoon, but like as far as games go, like it doesn't look bad for sure. I mean,
It's admittedly pretty fun. It's like third person Gears of War with paint for kids.
to be honest, graphically, it doesn't really look that much different from the first one,
Oh
aside
no.
from the different like costumes, I guess, and the sweet new double guns.
Hmm. But that's kind of the thing too. When it came to graphics, like we were watching this stream, and there were a few times I'm just like, this guy looks like shit.
Yeah, a lot of those games look kind of like grainy, and I don't know if it was like the stream or
It didn't look like it was the stream though.
yeah, because a lot of other stuff is really clear. So I imagine it's like Nintendo's never really the forefront of graphical capabilities. It's more like cool, fun family games for the most part. So like, I mean, graphics usually don't matter to Nintendo fans as
Oh,
long as it's like decent.
of course, of course. Yeah, no, aside from that, they had Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which we touched up on a bit. That looked really good. Fire Emblem Warriors, they teased. Or was that the no, it was no, Shin Megami Tensei, that's the one they teased. But they had Fire Emblem Warriors. There's gonna be 4 Dragon Quest games coming out. So 10, 11, Heroes 1 and Heroes 2. Project Octopath Traveler they showed, and then we kind of just both took a bathroom break when they showed FIFA.
Yeah, I mean, like it's FIFA. I
Like
mean,
EA was up there, they're just like, yeah, we're excited to bring you like the biggest sports game. It's like I don't care. I am tuning out at this point. I need to go to the bathroom.
they're trying to get that South American audience. So Danny,
I mean, FIFA is the best selling sports game. I just don't have an interest in it.
no, I mean I've only ever like played it with friends, and in that aspect, just like casually, just playing and messing around is fun. But
Hmm.
it's not like a game I would go to my way to get the newest version of ever. I still have
Right.
FIFA 11.
Right. There's the other 2 games. There was Skyrim, which they're releasing on there, and we'd like Tanner and I had talked about this a bit because like Tanner, you had said you're just like, wait, we already knew that.
Well, like they showed it in the one trailer, but then Bethesda came out and was like, we can't confirm that it's on the Switch. We can't say
Exactly.
that, and it's like, well, why would they show it?
Yeah. No, for anyone that doesn't know, it's now official that Skyrim's coming to the Switch, which it's like I'm not that excited about. Like it might be one of those things when I see it for like 15-20 bucks, I'll pick it up just to mess around with, but it's not going to be a priority purchase for me. The thing is though, when it was shown, because there was a few Bethesda games, I believe Skyrim was the main one that was shown in the original Switch reveal. And then what happened was immediately afterwards, Nintendo, because everyone was talking about Skyrim on a Nintendo system, and then Bethesda had to come out and they're just like, hey, so we are working on software for the Switch and we are working with Nintendo. However, we cannot verify the validity of the games that were shown in the trailer being on the system.
Yeah, like basically, like we're not sure if it'll actually work yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just like, I have no doubt that it works, but it's just like, why would you put it on there and not properly vet it? It was probably just something where they had to wait for the ink to finish drying on the paperwork, but
Oh
still,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure. Like it's only like the thing is, it's not going to be like the new HD remaster version. It's going to be like the old Skyrim, and it's like,
Well,
man,
that's the problem too, because if we're getting like the Xbox 360 version of Skyrim, like fuck that.
like I've already played Skyrim a lot of times.
Yeah, well, not Skyrim's good. Like I'm playing through it on PS4 right now, and I have like PS4. Like my PS4 version of Skyrim is going to be better than the version of Skyrim that's going to release on the Switch here in 2017 from a game that came out originally in 2011.
But the thing is, you could play portably for about 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? With the poor optimization Bethesda does, you'd probably get about 2 hours out of it.
That's probably like the low end of the battery life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but honestly, even so, like visually, it's not a super impressive game. It never really was like incredibly impressive. So
Yeah,
it
I
always looked
mean,
it looked good when it came out, and now it looks dated, but still.
there's like frame drops and stuff on like 360 and all that. So I wonder how
Dude, the
well it'll
360
actually
version I
run.
stopped playing because the thing was unplayable. It kept fucking crashing.
Yeah, sometimes it gets bad, but like
Yeah.
I wonder what it'll be like on the Switch, like if it'll actually run at a smooth frame rate or if it'll just be like chunky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, the last game they ended up showing here was Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I have nothing bad to say about the game. The game looks fantastic. That was probably that and Super Mario Odyssey were the best games that I saw on there, which that was kind of to be expected. Zelda and Mario are kind of the bread and butter of Nintendo. So they did a good job with that. They delivered properly there.
Yeah, like obviously the first party Nintendo games are going to be the ones that are basically the best optimized and all that. So like it is pretty much what you expect. I mean, like the Zelda stuff doesn't really look any different from the other stuff they've already shown. It's like a cool open world RPG.
I know you missed the fox. No, you're just saying
Oh
that.
no, you're right. I did miss the fox.
No, you're just saying it looks like everything else because you decided to go to the bathroom as soon as it started playing.
I mean, I had to go, Danny. I didn't want to go in the middle of this stream.
They showed FIFA right before, and you already went. No, you filled up you did different things. Never mind. But point is, you left at the beginning of it. You even say you're like, oh, since they're gonna show this Zelda thing, I'm just gonna head off for a bit.
Well, like, I mean, it's Zelda. I know what Zelda is. I mean, like, I haven't played a Zelda game in a while, but like, they're all pretty much cool. They're all good. Like, I know basically what to expect. I've
Okay.
seen the gameplay demos and all that.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
not
that's
that
fair.
I don't care. It just I know what to expect. It's Zelda.
Sounds like you don't care.
You got me, Danny. I hate Zelda. Confirmed.
Oh man, yeah. No. Aside from that, though, I do think that 1-2 Switch and ARMS, those were obviously just ploys at showing, hey, this is what the Switch can do. These are tech demos. As I said, like ARMS is just kind of a no to me. 1-2 Switch is fun drinking game that I'll pick up at one point possibly, but everything else I didn't really have too much of an interest in. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, definitely, like outside of Super Mario and Zelda. Like Splatoon, I would probably pick up at one point. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 definitely looked neat. And then everything else, like Shin Megami, we didn't see that much of it. Octopath Traveler looked neat. Never been into the Dragon Quest series. And then, Skyrim, as I said, like right now, I'm kind of just imagining 2011 version 1.0 Xbox 360 build of Skyrim ported over to this.
That's
Please prove me wrong. Like, Bethesda, please prove me wrong.
I mean, haven't they already like come out? Well, someone has come out with like speculated like the specs for this thing, and it like only runs at 720 on like the little thing you're holding.
To
So
be
I don't
honest,
imagine
well,
it does.
when it's a screen like that, honestly, 720 is okay. I know there's going to be pure search, just like, no, it has to be this really high resolution. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Well, I just mean like I don't think it'll run much better than the 360. I mean, it might have like smoother frame rate, but I don't think I don't think it'll be much better aside from that, especially not graphically.
I'm sure it's going to be one of those things where it will run better than the 360 versions, but like even I don't know. I still think my PS3 version, well, PS4 version is probably going to be better.
I'm getting flashbacks to the Call of Duty 4 port on Nintendo DS.
Oh god, I played it on Wii. That was pretty bad. Everything was mush.
Oh, the DS version is hilarious. It's like the best game I've ever played.
I will say the one thing with the price that surprised me was I didn't think they would sell it for over $300. So 300, that seems acceptable to me. However, after seeing so many leaks of like 249 or $250, I was really expected 250. I think that's going to, I guess they couldn't justify the $250 price point, but honestly, I think this is going to sell out regardless, but it would sell out much faster and just completely fly off the shelves if it was 250.
Oh yeah, honestly, if it was $250 at launch, I would probably like pre-order one. But since it's 300, it's kind of like just enough more that I'm like, I'll probably just wait a bit. Maybe get it like holiday 2017 when there's like a deal on it with like a bundle.
No, I gotcha. Get the ARMS bundle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's been floating around in the chat here. The ARMS bundle with them coming out reaching towards you.
Hopefully, it comes with the legs DLC.
But yeah, apparently, I don't know. I am going to try and pre-order it, mostly because it's like, honestly, so out of the launch titles, the only launch title I have any interest in getting is Zelda, which isn't a bad thing, but I'd also like to buy a new game system with more than one game. I'd like to buy it with like 3 games I'm interested in. Unfortunately, that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. When it comes down to the brass tacks of it, though, one main reason why I want to pre-order it is because I know Nintendo is absolute shit at stocking things in stores, whether they can't send things out properly, whether they can't make enough, or whether they want to create a false scarcity. The point is, if you want to guarantee get your hands on a Switch, you're going to have to pre-order it.
Yeah, like, and I don't even, like, wasn't Zelda the only game they actually said was coming out at launch, or did they say other ones were?
1-2 Switch and ARMS were going to be coming out. I know that for sure because
Like,
they heavily pushed them. So fuck, those are the 3 games that you're gonna have to choose between. I'm sure there's gonna be more, but I'm just at this point. I'm like, I wish there was I wish there was more games. I don't know, Tanner. Maybe if I get the Switch pre-ordered, you can change your brother's wedding date to like March something.
Yeah.
Why are we changing it for 1-2 Switch?
Then we can all play it at launch and all pre-order. We'll have a 1-2 Switch party with like 8 people.
Exactly.
It'll be great.
Exactly.
But like, I mean, if those are the only games that are like at least big games that they're launching with it, it's like, for me, it's like as a more casual Nintendo fan, it's like I'll probably just wait until a bunch more games are out, get like a sweet bundle with like Xenoblade and some waifu simulators.
Oh yeah.
And like that'll be pretty sweet. I imagine like I'll probably get it because I did want to get a Wii U, but like now that the Switch is basically the same price, it's like why would I?
And speaking of that, now if you guys wait a few months, it would actually be a really good time to get a Wii U because now people are going to be selling Wii U's on the cheap.
That's actually a good point. I'm gonna wait for the Switch to come out, grab one for like $150 on Amazon.
Wait, you're saying getting a Wii U for 150?
Yeah, I'll just wait till the price just plummets.
Honestly, I'll even say this right now: you can get a 32 gig refurb Wii U for $200 for more because you're in Canada. Fucking Canadians, but you can get it for 200 from Nintendo, and that is a sweet deal already there. But yeah, no, like $150 for a Wii U, I'd absolutely recommend it because the Wii U actually does have good games on it. It had scarcities here and there, and it had long droughts, but the console is now, over 4 years old, and there's actually games that I would recommend going back and playing on it. So if you guys aren't interested in the Switch, be looking at the Wii U price drops. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like I've been wanting to get Smash Bros for a while, and it's like, man, I'll probably maybe pick one up if I see a good enough deal. I'll probably just like impulse buy it because I mean, if $200 is actually like, I'd probably grab one if I saw it for 200 in
Yeah,
Canada.
they didn't show anything Smash Bros. Related, did they? They did show some Mario Kart footage, but we don't know if there's a Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart 8.5 coming out on this. I would pick up Mario Kart in a heartbeat because I fucking love that.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be a Mario Kart. Obviously, I'm sure they'll come out either like through the Virtual Console, just like port over the Smash 4. And there have been talks about like porting over Melee with like HD textures and stuff, but that hasn't been like anywhere close to confirmed. So
yeah, honestly, if they want to do some cheap cash grabs on the Switch, what they could do is just release a complete version of Mario Kart 8 with even more Switch exclusive content and do the exact same thing with. They don't even have to do it with Switch with Smash Bros. Actually, with Smash Bros, just release a complete version with all the DLC on the Switch.
and they could sell skins on the online store for your favorite character.
They could. Some people are getting mad about it. I'm not saying I support it, but I'm just saying I know people would buy them and they would be major cash grabs on there, but people would get them.
Now you can get the Lucina bathing suit special skin.
Aha.
No, they wouldn't do that for Smash. It's a family game.
I don't know. I've seen families break up from that game. No, not really. Actually, wait. No. My brothers have had fights over it. Never mind.
I mean, the stuff can get physical when someone's doing some cheese.
It does, dude. It does.
I've seen Mario Kart ruin some relationships, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Mario Kart's another fun drinking game if you're ever into that. But yeah, no, I'm still thinking 1-2 Switch might be one of the best drinking video games ever made.
And like by the looks of it, honestly, that seems like one of the games that you'd get the most battery life out of. Like that seems like something you could play for like almost 6 hours, I imagine.
Just watch; they don't optimize it at all.
There's like no screen; you don't even have to use it. It's still like poorly optimized.
Oh yeah, we forgot. We ended up contracting out some of the work to Bethesda.
Oops.
Specifically, the department that worked on Fallout 4.
Oh boy. It runs at a silky smooth 4 frames a second, even though there's no actual gameplay.
Oh god. Oh man. Anyways, I think that's kind of all I've wanted to air out about it. Overall, my kind of final wrap up thoughts on it. 300, I think, is going to be fair for it. If you have interest in it at all, I recommend pre-ordering. I'm going to try and do that. And then the only game I really am like would be dying to get right out the rip is Zelda, which I think they did an excellent job making that a first party title and coming out on launch. But there's not going to be much else worthwhile on launch. However, Zelda, I think, could kind of make an exception. It's just all the other games. Like, there's other games, as I mentioned, I was interested. Like, I thought Super Mario Odyssey would be a launch title, and it's not.
Yeah, like honestly, like compared to like Xbox 3 or Xbox One launch and like the PS4 launch, like Zelda's probably a more like you play that game for a lot longer than like Rise, Son of Rome, or whatever else came out. Like
or Forza 6, no, exactly. Forza 5 or Dead Rising 3, or
like,
yeah.
Like for a launch title, like that's a pretty big one. And like honestly, if you're not crazy about Nintendo, like I'd still pay $300 for like a bundle around holiday time that comes with like a couple games. Like it's $300 is a pretty good price point, even if it's not the most powerful console out there. It's like just for the handheld stuff, and like there's some merit to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I will say this. You can guarantee this system is going to get long-term support. And the reason why I say that, some people might be like, Mario, what are you talking about? The reason why I say that is because in the year 2025, I know we will most likely get Just Dance 2025 released on the Switch.
That is a fact. It's double confirmed. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, we got Just Dance coming out on the Wii. Not the Wii U, the Wii. Like, it's still coming out on the Wii. So it's going to get long-term support, I'm telling you, man. Long-term third-party support, mind you.
The Wii is the most popular console, so it makes sense. If this can do Wii numbers, we'll see this supported until like 2050.
Yeah. We're going to see that. But yeah. Anyways, I think that's all I got to say on it. What about you, mate?
I think I've said pretty much anything I have to say. If you're hardcore Nintendo, $300 for the pre-order, I'd do it. but at the same time, it's like, well, I should probably wait until there's more games out because like I'm not that crazy about it. So
Mhm.
even so, like around the holidays, if it's still like $300, like I'll probably buy it anyway because it's like that's a good price for a new console, and like the games look fun, and it looks very fun.
Yeah. No, it definitely does, and that's mostly what Nintendo's able to send around. They do a good job of it for the most part.
Oh, absolutely. And like, man, if they get Pokemon Sun and Moon on that thing, I'm down.
Or just another type of Pokemon game. That's also another thing too. I was gonna touch up on here, because for anyone that doesn't know, now since this is a portable console and everything, Nintendo also recently, as the past year or two, ended up combining development on their in-house studios with their console and portable handheld developers are now combined into one, and now we see this portable console, which is the Switch. So you kind of connect the dots. The Wii U, of course, is going to get phased out, and the 3DS, although it's still selling pretty well, it's probably going to get phased out by the Switch as well too. And they're going to start making those portable experiences on a console.
I mean, it just makes sense to kind of bring all that into one ecosystem instead of like with the Wii U, it would have been so cool to like have 3DS games on your Wii U because you got the tablet and everything and your TV. It's like the two screens right there, but for some reason they just didn't. They're like, nah, no way.
Yeah, because
Like,
I think more companies should do that because I've always wanted to go to my homies when they're playing a game and pick up basketball and be like, "Yo, check out the portable Xbox 2.
hey, you guys wanna
You
play
guys want to
some
play
FIFA?
NBA 2K18?"
No, you got to play FIFA.
FIFA. Okay.
Your
Okay.
basketball
FIFA.
homies.
Man. All right. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I've said pretty much everything that I could say.
All right. Anyways, hey, everyone who suddenly joined us here, thank you very much for coming out for the stream and all that stuff. For anybody who is coming here late and they missed the beginning or the middle or near the end of it, whatever it is, this is going to be a video on demand. And for everybody who is watching the video on demand here, like the pre-recorded version or post-streamed version, thank you very much for watching and listening and all that stuff. Tanner, where can we find you at?
I have a YouTube channel, Zolt and Squid. It's mostly like anime bullshit. So if you're into the animus, check that out. I have another one. It's just TannSquid, but I haven't uploaded there in like forever. I'm super inconsistent. So that, or you could just go on Twitter at Pajama Peter for the best shit posts.
They are pretty good, and I will say because of Tanner, I've been able to venture into voice acting, which has been just great.
Oh yeah, Zolt and Squid. There's gonna be some stuff. We got some developments. So
Got everything.
that channel will be active.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, listening, joining us, everyone. You all have a good day or night, wherever you all are from.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks Danny for having me.
Oh, no problem, man. And let's switch.